It's just a matter of commitment, like you said. It's understanding that your discomfort and your opinions and your anything that makes you unhappy is less important than servicing the mission.
But is there a trauma that you go through that would induce this personality type? Is there something that happens in your life where you can predict this?
Sort of, yes. So when we go back to that whole idea of childhood trauma, what the outcome of childhood trauma is that you need an invisible authority to approve of you. Yeah. And the challenge for us all is growing up in that world, you never know who that invisible authority is, so you're always seeking it. It's like, I got to get good grades. Somebody say it's good. All right, so I got to do good on.
I got to go on stage and
I got to do good.
Laugh.
When you get into a government job and you have that same conditioning, the difference now is you know exactly what you have to do a good job. To get that authority to approve of you, all you have to do is say yes to the next mission. And there's no guessing anymore. Whereas most of the time we're like, how do I get my mom's approval? How do I get my dad's approval? How do I get?
So it's a pretty easy setup.
It's a package. It's a nice package that you realize over time the federal government has learned how to do this well, intentionally or accidentally, because they've always been vested in making sure the government itself, survives.
Is there a moment in your life where you felt, especially your professional life at CIA, where you felt completely validated and justified in your decision to spend all that time there? Is there a mission that you succeeded in protecting America that you were like, this is everything I dreamed of and I did good?
So yes, there is one. And that one is the one I was actually referencing before we turn on any cameras. So I'm trying to get a book published. And it's been a 2.5-year process because CIA was on board with the book and then changed their position as it got closer and closer to publish.
And why do you think?
I think geopolitical concerns around the world changed, and then the mission that I was part of became more sensitive to them publicly. So now they're pushing back. So I actually, after I leave this interview with you guys, I head up to Washington, D.C. in just a few days to sit with CIA to actually hash out how much of this book are you going to keep pushing back on, how much of this book are we going to be allowed to publish, and will we need to involve a court to get this to move forward?
Okay.
Right?
Now,
so that's sorry, I have to pee.
Go.
So the answer to your question is yes. There is absolutely a justifiable mission that I look at, and I'm saying it was all worth it.
But you can't share it with us right now.
And that's very frustrating because the reason I want to share it, I love you guys. I'd love to share it with you. I want to share it with my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids who I'll never get to meet.
It's a part of your legacy. But this process must be difficult. Is the book already written?
The book's already written.
So how do you have editors and
great question,
people like review it if there's like information in it that's not supposed to be seen?
So this is the challenge because the geopolitical environment changed. We had everything approved and worked on and written out until that turning point in national security.
So it was approved.
It was. Okay, got it.
So,
wasn't trying to get you jammed up.
No, it's all good. But that's how it works. I mean, the reason that so few CIA authors exist is because of the exact problem that you said. Like, how do you get an editor to look at something if CIA has to look at it first? And what if CIA looks at it and they take too long or whatever else? And publishers lose their interest and editors lose their interest and whatever else. Whereas for us, we took a different approach to it. We took kind of like a systematic approach where it's like, hey, here's what we want to write about it. Do you approve? Here's our outline for what we're going to write. Do you approve? Here's our summary for each chapter. Do you approve? And they approved every step of the way until we came to a point where there was a book proposal that they had previously approved in all previous versions, but change in national security priorities kind of changed the whole sequence.
Freedom! So fresh on me. Freedom!